Hello everyone and welcome back to another project share for Decorate Your Lives brand new summer collection called Lemondrops. I just wanted to have a quick little moment here and talk about something. So there's been a few comments posted asking about Sandi and why she's not using her own voice. And I want to believe that most people are concerned and they care, and I know there's a connection where people who watch our videos really want to hear us, the authentic us. So I'm here to explain why you don't hear Sandi in her videos. So Sandi has had some medical issues. For those that have followed her for quite some time, she has had some medical procedures done, and in some of them, she has had to be intubated for the procedures. And unfortunately, there was one procedure that she had where the technician was having difficulties intubating her, and as a result, ended up severing her vocal cords, or a vocal cord. So if you follow her on social media, if you watch her shorts, if you watch her here on YouTube, she's touched upon why her voice sounds the way it does. And she's had repair surgeries done in attempts to try to bring her natural voice back. Unfortunately, they were unable to accomplish repairing all of them, which is leaving the one that they were able to repair, giving her a very raspy and sometimes squeaky voice. And that's because she is straining to be able to be heard and to be able to come out as clear as possible. I can imagine that that is very, very uncomfortable. To be putting or straining yourself to the point where you want to be heard. So she is always trying to give you the best viewing experience in her videos, and instead of not being able to hear her, or at risk putting herself, being uncomfortable or even damaging the one vocal cord that she has left, she's relied on using vocal assistive technologies. So that's why you hear that voice. We all want Sandi to stay crafty. We all want Sandi to stay happy and comfortable, especially in dealing with the vocal cord paralysis. That's essentially what she has. So I hope this answers some of our viewers' questions. Sandi, tries, like I said, to bring you the best possible positive experience when she's giving and presenting her videos. And this is Sandi's happy place. This is what makes her happy, sharing her creations with all of us and designing beautiful paper packs and collections. So I want Sandi to continue to be happy in her creative space. So I hope you guys understand. So you feel free to drop me any comments or questions in my description box. But I just wanted to put that out there in hopes that you guys will all understand. So here we are, Lemondrops, my second project. And you saw when I did the notebook kit that she has in digital form. You can purchase that, download it, and make your own little notepad. So I am bringing that to my job. Woo, woo, woo. And then I am a planner girl. I am a planner girl. I started as a planner girl, and I still am a planner girl. I have lots and lots of things that I have my hands in, work, home, appointments, fur mom, my job, I travel, I do lots of things, and I need a catch-all for my project ideas and things like that. So this is my summer TN, and every year I give it a facelift for the summer. And this time I did it with Lemondrops. So here is my planner for the summer. And I used some of the fussy cuts and I put that there, and then I used some stickers from my stash. This is my catch-all, like if I have business cards or anything, little notes that I want to hang on to. I don't like leaving them loose in here, and I always use like a little tag. And if you're inquiring about this paper, this is Sandi's Gingham Pastels, also available in her shop, and I'll link that down below as well. Acetate just to protect, and you can tell my planner is well loved. And here, this was recently gifted to me in Happy Mail, but I used to cut apart. And then this is the pastel fabrics from Sandi. So that's my cover sheet for this notebook. Now my notebooks I have purchased at Dollar Tree, and I gave them a facelift. I don't keep my previous plan, you know, my notebooks and stuff like that. So I don't feel like I need to get something extremely expensive, especially when it's over. I just end up tossing the entire thing after I make sure that there's nobody's phone numbers or anything in there. So that is the notebook that I have in here, and it's one of their academic planners, and I'm gonna put a picture up here and show you what they look like before I alter them and how I laid the cover. But this is a pocket. This is also a die that was recently added to my stash that I used here, and that's also just to grab notes or anything like that. On the back of the books, I did myself a little slip pocket where I can just slide in little things as it, you know, as my month goes. And then here are my paper clips. So I crocheted these little bows and I added them on paper clips, and I just added a little circle punch from my scraps from Lemondrops just to anchor it and keep it straight. But I didn't want anything that was going to be too stiff on the top because this is going in and out of my bag. So I wanted to make sure that it was flexible. It wasn't, you know, it wouldn't be heartbreaking. And then I also, in my, created these bookmarks for myself. So I can mark where I am at, and then the beginning of next year, because we're halfway through this year already, and some doctor's appointments are already going into next year. So I just bookmark where we're at. And then this is the back, and then the back of the paper that protects that notebook. And I left myself another pocket. These are these planner little pouches. So I added some decorative paper on the inside, so when I add my little things in here, I still have something pretty, especially since I'm just starting now for the summer. And I have an extra bookmark here that I just attached there. Same thing here. This is a slip pocket on both sides, and then that's what I have. Here's another doily that just recently got added to my stash. Some more of the cut aparts. This one I made myself a large pocket. And then here is the other notebook that you probably saw in the picture. And then I'll add here how I covered the notebooks. And then this one is just a dot grid. And I have a bookmark for this notebook, because as I'm going through, I can quickly find whatever blank page I'm at and then use the paper clip to mark anything important that I might want to reference, like ideas, project ideas, that kind of stuff. And then back here is another slip little pocket of the notebook, and I didn't add any pocket on the inside front. I left those plain. And then here's the back, and then here is another large pocket for the cover for that notebook. Here we have another one of these, and this is a long side pocket, and I added this beautiful image here. And on the back, this is meant for your business cards. So until I start using them, I didn't want anything empty. So I did add this. And then on the other side, I have little things like notes, girl math, and today. And these are separate that I can pull them out and use them throughout my planning. So I left those there ready to go. And I left this one clear because I do have the fussy cuts that are left over. Plus I still have another sheet that I want to cut up and keep in here. So as I'm going through my notebooks, I might want to add a little fun element. And then this is the third one in here, and you can see another doily with the beautiful beach umbrella and some lemons. This one, I was planning on putting this here, which I just might. But I'm always a little hesitant when you get to the back of a TN, it gets to rub. So I'm not sure, that's why I didn't pin it down, but I am gonna leave it there. And as I'm using it, I can determine whether it'll work or not. So I'm gonna pin that there. Here is the third one. This is another dot grid, and you can see I already started writing some stuff. Here's the bookmark for this one. And then the back pocket back here, and then the back, and then of course this one would have been the other side. So I'm just gonna pin that there. And then here's the back. Here is the back of the acetate. This is where I usually add like little post-it notes and stuff like that, so I can use throughout. And then here's the back here. I've had this bookmark forever, this Ulta paper clip. And then back here is just another little fun card that says start each day with a grateful heart. And that's just a sticker from my stash. And again, the pastel gingham collection from Decorate Your Life. But here is my TN for my second project share, my Ulta TN, using Lemondrops. Perfect summer collection. Makes me smile when I open it. Love how it looks. And this will be now migrating into my bag along with this. All right, everyone. Take care. Thank you for watching. Just a couple of little housekeeping. I started this video very differently, but remember my discount code is Dalia15. It saves you 15% off your cart on decorateyourlife.com or in her Etsy shop. Links to the design team is down below. We have 3 beautiful new members on our design team. Be sure to go check them out, connect with them, and get inspired. Oh my gosh, they are off to a fantastic start. And all links of the products that were in this month's release, Lemondrops, along with Mushroom Homes, will be down in the description box as well. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Take care now. Bye.